Do you ever like see a dead dog? You know how they get bloated?
Yes.
And then if you like throw rocks at them, they'll pop and like maggots fly out. You ever do
No.
that?
Is that
Are you
a thing
awing the
you've
dog or
done?
the maggots? The maggots don't care.
No, I didn't do that.
No?
That's called an Alabama Sunday.
Yeah.
Christ.
A deer, they'll wreck your fucking car. They will total your shit. You hit like a 400-pound animal.
Did I ever tell you the time how I was driving home from Bernie's house after making Rivers Blue, and I hit a deer, and I didn't know what to do about it because I felt terrible, and I called Griffin. We were just dating, and I was like, if she finds out she probably likes animals, and I'm gonna fuck this thing up. And so I called her, and I'm like, what do I do? And she was like, you hit a deer? And I was like, yeah, I don't know what to do. And she goes, you need to go back and run it over and kill it. And I was like,
Is it alive
And she's like, is
still?
it still alive? And I go, yeah, I heard it yelling. And she goes, you need to turn around and kill it.
And
I'm like,
snap its
well, I don't
neck.
have a gun. And she's like, and it's 3 a.m. And I'm like, well, how do I kill it? And she's like, you're gonna have to run it over. And I was like, fuck. And I was like,
Holy
okay.
shit.
And so I turn around, I come back, and it's in the middle of the road, like sitting there going, like that. And I have this big pickup truck, so I was like, the truck's probably gonna, but I was looking at it, and I was trying to figure out how to hit the deer to kill it in the most humane way without flipping my truck. And so I'm looking at it, and I size it up, I'm like pulling up to it, and then backing up, and getting it right, and then I back up to what I think is a good distance, and then I floor it.
Oh my God.
Jeepers Creepers style.
Yeah,
Fuck.
and as I hit the gas, the deer gets up and runs away, and I go, oh, thank God, and another deer runs in front of me, and I hit that deer.
Jeff, if you ever hit me with a car, don't come back for me, okay?
I was
Fucking leave me there in the
Just
road.
trying to keep Griffin from breaking up with me. I might be the only person to ever hit a deer on his way back from hitting a deer, though.
Not on his way back, on his way back to kill it.
Yeah.
Coming back to finish it off.
She was like, it's the humane thing to do. You've got to put it out of its misery. Another time, I was driving down that same road. This is a terrible story, too. I was driving down that same road, and it was icy, and a deer got in front of me, and it was in the daytime, and it was running.
And he had a gun.
No, and he was running in front of me, and I hit the brakes.
You hit my friend!
Yeah, I hit the brakes, and it was ice. The road was iced over, so I was sliding, and I couldn't control the truck, and I was catching up on the deer, and I was like, run faster, little deer, and I'm just like swerving, trying not to go off the road and die. I would rather hit the deer than die, right? And the deer is like, I'm gaining on him fast, and I don't want to. And we start to cross a bridge, and the deer looks back at me, and just jumps off the side of the bridge.
You made a deer commit suicide.
Stop! Stop!
It jumped off the side of the bridge,
How long
and it
has
was
this been going on?
It was a long way down.
Why do you hate Bambi?
You're like the deer whisperer that kills them.
Yeah.
Stop! Stop getting in your car.
And so I couldn't stop anyway, but I couldn't bring had I been able to, I wouldn't have been, I couldn't bring
didn't
myself to.
look and see what happened?
No, I kept sliding. I
Christ.
went like another mile, I just fucking hydroplaned.
You are the most successful accidental hunter in that
Yeah.
region.
Yeah.
You mean like, it looked at you, was it like, you've killed me, and then
No.
jumped off?
It was more of a like, yeah, maybe.
Even thing, like in a lot of wooded areas, and especially New Jersey, there's deer crossing signs. And there's like literally a picture of a fucking deer, and it's like, slow down, they'll jump out. In the woods, there's fucking signs of Jeff for the deer. They're like, watch the fuck out. He'll run you over, he'll make you jump off a bridge.
One time I was in my first marriage to the horrible woman who's not my beautiful wife, Griffin. I was at her family's in New York, and it was winter, and she had gone to visit her friend, and I decided to walk over to her friend's house to go, because I was bored. I was just going to go see what they're up to. And I was walking through the woods, and 2 dogs came out of the woods and started growling at me, and it was snowing, and they started to flank me, and they looked vicious.
You gotta watch out, because then the dog from the side will get you like a raptor.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
was this part of your training as a
And-
Spartan?
No,
or?
and I'm just in a field, right? A snowy field, and I see these 2 dogs, and I'm in the snow. You can't run in the snow. And I look around, and I think, like, how am I going to defend myself? And I look down on the ground, and at my feet was a hammer.
What?
What?
And in the middle of the woods.
Jeff.
It was just, I literally was about to step
Here's the
on
thing.
it.
It was
Here's the
weird.
thing.
It was next to
Here's
a
the
box
thing.
full of
It was like
pornography.
and they're looking at me, and I'm looking at them, and I just look at the ground for like a stick or a pine cone or something, and there's a fucking hammer.
What are you gonna do with a pine cone?
I don't know, throw it at the dog to
He's gonna
scare
put it
it.
in their mouth, have them swallow it. Slowly over time, it would ruin their
It's
digestive
really
system.
abrasive.
Yeah. And so,
I'll
I
exfoliate
remember
you.
my first thought was like, am I in a movie? So I picked up the hammer, and I just held it up like this, and the dogs ran away. But I almost had to kill 2 dogs with a hammer. But I didn't.
Did you come back with your car and run them over? Griffin's like, you gotta go back.
He tried to, but both
those
of them
dogs
jumped off the
expressed
side and
dominance
died,
over
yeah.
you?